Hey everyone, it's Ally and welcome back to my channel. So today I have another Middle Eastern haul for you guys. I have 6 fragrances that I'm going to be talking about that are newer in my collection. If you hear like water dropping in the background, it is currently raining. So if you hear that, I'm really sorry. I'm trying my best here. But you know me, I try to do this all in one take to give you my honest, real opinions. And yeah, if you like my content, if you like my videos, definitely like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot when you do. And yeah, I really appreciate you being here. Feel free to look for the fragrances in my description box. I always link everything for you guys to make it a bit easier to find. And yeah, let's get into it. I've got a really good haul here. I've got 6 fragrances, like I said, that are newer in my collection that I really want to talk to you guys about that I'm kind of excited for. Starting with the first one, this one is from Lattafa, and it's called KMA. It looks like this. The bottle is really interesting. It is a almond coffee, tonka bean, tuberose, jasmine, sandalwood, vanilla, cacao fragrance. And this fragrance is supposed to be inspired by Carolina Herrera Good Girl. First off, I really love the bottle. I love this green and gold aesthetic. It's kind of it's bougie. I will say I do think I got a defective bottle because this gold part on the cap comes off. It didn't come off this time because I sort of like this black part comes out and then this gold cap like detaches and the glue that was holding it together isn't as sticky. So that is kind of a bummer, but like I can just like slap it back inside and push it hard and it starts to stick and then it's fine. But every once in a while, like I let this sit and I don't touch it. When I come to like grab it, I'll pull it and the gold will come off and the black cap will still be on here. So that's kind of annoying. But I do like the bottle. I think it is really cute, very pretty. It gives me like mermaidy siren vibes. It kind of reminds me of MAC Turquotic, if you're familiar with that bottle scheme, that sort of blue to green sort of combo. Really, really pretty. This is a really beautiful dupe of Carolina Herrera Good Girl. That DNA I wasn't really like that crazy about, but the other day I went to the grocery store and the cashier that was helping me out smelled amazing. And when I asked her what she was wearing, she was like, I'm wearing Carolina Herrera Good Girl. And I was like, wow, like it just smelled so good and so clean on her. And then when I saw there was a dupe of it from Lattafa, I was like, no brainer, I'm going to get it. And this smells so good, you guys. It is so fresh, so sexy. This is kind of mysterious at the same time. This is, I would say Carolina Herrera Good Girl is a little sharper. This one seems a bit more smoother and rounded out. I remember not liking Carolina Herrera Good Girl because of this sort of pronounced sharpness that it had. This one seems like a much rounder version, maybe a little bit sweeter. But if you love that DNA and you are balling on a budget and you can't splurge on it, I think this is a comparable dupe for it. I would say this is about 98% similar to the DNA, practically almost similar. If someone smelt this in the air, I don't think they'd be able to tell that this was a dupe. They would think that it is Good Girl if they're familiar with that DNA. Do I think it's worth it? Heck yeah, I think this one's worth it. I think this one is so nice. I love having it in my collection, even though the bottle cap is a little defective. I wish it could pull out so I could show you what I mean. But I'm sure it will after like a couple hours of like not touching it. Beautiful fragrance. The sillage on this is really beautiful. It creates a nice little arm's length bubble around you. And this one lasts about 6 or so hours on me before needing to be reapplied. I will say Carolina Herrera Good Girl does last longer. I remember that one being kind of like beast modey on me. But for the price, y'all, I can't complain. And for all I know, this could get stronger the longer it sits in my collection, which tends to happen with a lot of the Middle Eastern fragrances. They tend to develop as they sit in your collection and they get better and better over time. So definitely really happy I have this one. And yeah, not mad. The next one that we're going to get into is one from Paris Corner. And this is one that I'd been sort of eyeballing for a minute. I really love the color because it's my favorite color. I love orange. Y'all know I'm a little SLUT for orange. I love orange everything. And this is Vue Petisserie. This is supposed to be a dupe of Italica from Xerjoff. The bottle looks like this. You've got notes of tangerine, cardamom, saffron, rose, apple, milky notes, vanilla, sandalwood. and it is supposed to smell like a gourmand dream. Does it smell like a gourmand dream? I don't know. I've never smelled the original Italica, so I can't compare the two, but I can talk about this one. And this one is a really interesting take on a gourmand. This is not your normal smelling gourmand, which is ultra foodie. It definitely leans in the gourmand route, but this is really different. To me, there's this almost sort of like herbaliness that it has, this aromatic, no, I wouldn't say herbally, this aromatic quality to it that reminds me of like a frosted vase. Like if a frosted vase had a smell to it, I feel like it would be cold, almost like glass-like. Like, you know, I don't know if anyone has ever smelled this, but when it rains and you smell a window, like a frosted, wet window that has these really sweet vanillic touches to it and this sort of milkiness to it. I definitely get the apple. I definitely get that sort of cardamom sort of note. It almost smells like a porridge to me that was served in a very frosty bowl. And that the porridge isn't like scalding hot, it's cooled down and it's kind of warm, but not like hot anymore. It's just warm and it's sitting in this frosted bowl. It's a really unique, different gourmand. It's not what I was expecting to smell. I was expecting something maybe similar in line to Lyra. This just went a whole other direction. I feel like a lot of people are going to be very polarized with this fragrance. I think it's a good fragrance. I do think it's different and interesting. The opening is what throws me off. I definitely get this sort of frosted bowl vibe, and I don't know if I jive with it, if I'm honest. It's not my favorite gourmand, but it does dry down quite beautifully and becomes a little bit addicting in the deep dry down, but it takes a while to get there, and the opening is definitely a little off-putting to my nose because of this weird amalgamation of sort of notes that almost don't make sense to my nose. It smells very odd for a gourmand fragrance, but that's what makes it kind of interesting and unique and kind of like sucks me in. But at the same time, I don't know if I would personally want to smell like this one. It is long lasting. Projection, again, about a arm's length away. This one lasts 7 to 8 hours. It does last quite a while. But I'm not reaching for this one as much as I was hoping I would reach for it. I was so excited to get this in my collection. I was like, I want it in my collection. I feel like I'm gonna love it. And I don't know if I love it. I don't hate it. I do like it. I think on the right person, this would be amazing. But right now, I feel like this fragrance wears me instead of me wearing it, you know? It doesn't feel quite me, but I do think it is a beautiful fragrance. It's just not my particular cup of tea. Really sad about that, but I feel like, yeah, you're either gonna really love this or hate this, you guys. Take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, you guys might really enjoy it. It's not my vibe. Wasn't the gourmand I was expecting, but it's not a bad gourmand either. It's just not a good one. I know, that's where I like the most, like, anyway, let's get on to the next one, you guys. The next one we're going to talk about is from, I believe, Paris Corner again. This one is from their Ermir line, and this one is called Frenetic Delicious. It looks like this, you guys. This one has a lot of notes: lavender, bergamot, mint. You got sour cherry, freesia, jasmine, benzoin, caramel, cedar, cacao bean, leather, milk, praline, sandalwood, tonka bean, and vanilla. And if you cannot tell just by looking at this dang bottle, this is supposed to be a dupe of Christian Dior's Fève Délicieuse, which is a discontinued fragrance that is like top tier. I don't know why they discontinued that bad boy. That was like such a horrible idea because that scent profile is actually really beautiful. And this is really beautiful as well. I used to have a decant of Fève Délicieuse and I went through it so quick. It was such a stunning fragrance. And you guys, this is so similar. This is warm. This is rich. This is inviting. This smells sophisticated. This is, This is such a beautiful fragrance. When I think of a fragrance that feels very me, I think of something like this. This almost has a slightly lipsticky accord to it. I love the lavender. I love a lavender note. The lavender in this is so smooth. It's not at all very aromatic like your traditional lavender. I feel like a lot of the times we think of lavender and we think of like the British lavender, which tends to be very aromatic and that like true like essential oily smelly lavender. This is smoother, almost like a Spanish lavender, a very sweet lavender. But it gives off this sort of like powdery, almost lipsticky vibe with this beautiful, warm, ambery, rich tonka base that smells so sophisticated and so sexy. The cherry is definitely in the forefront and it adds a sort of this sort of sex appeal to it. This is bodacious. This is sexy. This is the girl I wanna be. Definitely unisex, but I would say it leans a bit more feminine. But you guys, this is so stunning. And going into fall, if you want something to wow people, something that smells sophisticated and sexy, damn, this is good. This is damn good. I do have a dupe from Alexandria, I believe it is. Alexandria Fragrances. What's it called? I have it over here. Gourmand Kiss or something. And that one's a really good one, but I would say that one leans a bit more unisex, slightly masculine. It has a sharper quality to it. This one doesn't have that sharpness. This is extremely smooth and well-rounded and just so sensual. Where that one is a bit sweeter, definitely like wham bam in your face, like a nice big punch. This one doesn't do that. This one is very smooth, very well-rounded, very sexy, very erotic smelling to my nose. It's sweet. It's lipsticky. It has that beautiful spice that almost reminds me of like, I don't know, like a cinnamon roll or a churro. But it never goes into like full-blown like gourmand category. It's just the spices that you think of them with sugar. Yummy, yummy, yummy. This is delectable, you guys. If you want to smell like a 10 out of 10, Paris Corner came through with this one. I am so happy to have this in my collection. I don't know why it took me so long to pick up this bad boy, but it is here. I am using it. I've already got a little bit of a dent going on with this. Damn. This is just so fall appropriate. Fall coated, date night coated, sexy coated. Man, I just want to lather myself. If I could smell like this every day, I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I have too much fun playing with perfume and fragrances and stuff. Now, the next one that I'm going to talk about is one that really chapped my, I don't even know what the saying is. Chapped my flap? Ew, oh my God. Ew. No, I take that back. Chapped my, I don't remember the saying. But man, it done pissed me off, but I'm not mad at the fragrance. I'm mad at the people that said that this smelled like Father Figure from Fleur. Now, before I get into this, because y'all got me good. Y'all duped me real hard with this one, because this fragrance that I'm going to talk about is not a dupe for Father Figure from Fleur. I was so excited to get this because I was like, Father Figure, I love it. I had a travel size of Father Figure. Used that up so quickly. I have so many alternatives to Father Figure because I love that scent profile. Y'all done lied to me and I'm pissed. Y'all, I'm pissed. Mad as hell. Okay. But before I get into that, if you want to dupe a Father Figure, here are 3 alternatives that are better. Mimic. What is this? Mimic 21. Mimic 21. Amazing. Dupe a Father Figure. Gorgeous. Dua Fragrances. Hidden Gardens. Stellar, long-lasting dupe of Father Figure. 20 out of 10. And damn, even Bath & Body Works, Guilty as Fig, closer to Father Figure than the fragrance I'm going to talk about. I'm sorry, I don't mean to read a hoe to filth, but I'm just pissed. I'm pissed, but I'm also not mad because I really like the fragrance. And we're talking about this one right here, Fig Hug. Now, just because the bottle was green and it said fig, y'all jumped the gun and said this was father figure. Hell no. Y'all be crazy. Y'all tripping. Lemon, pink pepper, fig, cream, rose, jasmine, white musk, cedarwood, and fig milk make up this fragrance. And first off, I'm not a fan of the bottle. I think the bottle looks a little weird. I think it's a little cheap and tacky. Not my favorite. Honestly, if they were going to do green, I wish this part would have been gold, because green and gold is like totally my vibe. And this weird like gunmetal sort of bronzy, I don't even know what color this is. It's not my vibe. Not horribly mad at it, but damn. Y'all, this is not father figure. Hell no. Father figure is such a unique fig fragrance. It has these earthy elements. This has none of that. I could see the comparison to father figure. Both have this creamy fig facet to it, but this is not father figure. Excuse me, I'm out here just like, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Delicious. Okay, this is not father figure. This opens up with a blast of lemon and fig. I will say the lemon and fig play so beautifully together in this fragrance. It's very citrusy, very zingy, very uplifting, very fresh. It puts a smile to my face. And the combination of the sort of lemon with the fig and the sort of pink pepper create a very fizzy vibe. And it reminds me of a very fizzy soda. So it's giving very fizzy soda vibes with this creamy note added to it. So picture a very citrusy soda, but like a cream soda. A citrus cream soda is what this smells like to my nose. Sorry, I was about to I just inhaled really deeply and got some in my eye. But anyway, this to me smells very creamy, very sensual, very pretty, very clean. If you love a clean fragrance, this is a really beautiful, clean, fig forward, citrusy fragrance. The fig and the citrus lasts all throughout the duration of this fragrance. As it dries down, because it is quite jarring in the opening, this very fizzy, bright, citrusy fig, it starts to get more and more creamy. And when it gets to the deep dry down, it becomes a very creamy fig. I really like it, but this does not have the elements, the earthy sort of elements, and slightly powdery elements that father figure has. It's missing them completely. Again, I can see the comparisons between them, because even this one, Guilty as Fig from Bath and Body Works, is missing that sort of earthy component, but it still smells closer to father figure than this does. It's just missing that earthy component. This doesn't have the earthy component, but it is going in a different direction than father figure. So if you are buying this thinking you are getting father figure, I'm here to tell you now, it's not going to be father figure. You're going to be disappointed. Don't listen to the people that are saying it is a father figure dupe. It smells like it was inspired by father figure, but it is a whole other fragrance that is different from father figure. If this was in the family range and like father figure was like in the family, they would be very distant cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like distant cousins. There is a similarity to it, but it is not the same fragrance. If you are going in buying this thinking you are getting father figure, you will be disappointed, but you might really enjoy the fragrance, because that's what happened with me. I was disappointed that it wasn't father figure, but I really like this sort of uplifting, creamy, citrusy fig fragrance. It's very like figgy, almost photorealistic-y. Like I really enjoy how figgy this fragrance is. It's just not father figure. I don't know what else to tell you guys, but y'all have 3 other alternatives that are very comparable to father figure. Now, the next 2 that I'm going to talk about are 2 that blew my mind. When I tell you, I didn't think I needed another vanilla fragrance. I was like, I don't need vanilla fragrances. I've got my tried and true vanillas. Like, I'm tired of the same old vanilla, boring, like, it's the same DNA being repeated over and over and over again. These 2 blew my freaking mind, and they're both from the same brand. And man, when I tell you, these are delicious. They are delicious. These are from, how do you say this? Hayaati. Dang, you guys, these two blew my mother truckin' mind. And we're gonna start first with this one. This one is called Giggle Puff. I honestly thought that the packaging looked kind of like kind of cheap, but like in person, they're actually not that bad. I kind of really enjoy the bottles more than I thought I was. But this is Giggle Puff. It is supposed to be a dupe of Hufflepuff from House of Siage. You have notes of grapefruit, Italian lemon, coconut cream, bourbon, vanilla, peach, gardenia, jasmine, vanilla, absolute, musk, benzoin, and caramel. And this is a really beautiful citrusy vanilla fragrance. Now, I'm glad I have this in my collection because I do not buy House of Siage for personal reasons. It's not a company that I choose to support. Y'all can buy whatever you want. That is the beauty of fragrance. Spend your dollar the way you like it. It's just not a house that I'm personally going to invest in. I had started to buy them in the beginning of my scent journey, but they're just not a company that aligns with me. So it's not something that I go out and want to buy, even though I do like the cupcake bottles and the crazy designs. It's just not a company I will support. So to have something that will be a dupe of a fragrance that they carry for me, awesome. Hell yeah, that's the best part of collecting dupes and these sort of fragrances. It's sometimes there are fragrances that you just don't really want to support, but you really like the scent or you want to try it out. Man, I'll go for something like this. Now, again, I don't know what Hufflepuff smells like. I've never smelled it because I'm not buying House of Siage fragrances, but damn, this is a gorgeous citrus, creamy vanilla fragrance that I didn't know I needed. I have had so many citrus vanilla fragrances that at this point I'm just kind of bored with them. You've got Devotion from Dolce & Gabbana, my tried and true Love and Crime, and just Victoria by Lattafa. It's the same sort of lemon vanilla sort of DNA keeps getting repeated over and over and over. And I'm just kind of and I saw that this was a lemon vanilla fragrance and I was like, oh Lord, it's going to be just your same basic vanilla citrus fragrance. This is not. This is the vanilla fragrance I didn't know that I needed. This is so beautiful. This is so smooth and sparkly and oh my God. I definitely get this sort of creaminess of the coconut that rounds out this fragrance in such a unique way. This smells sparkly and it's effervescent. This is so beautiful. And this is a pretty long lasting fragrance on me. I sprayed it on around I want to say 3 p.m. the first time I wore it. And when I woke up the next morning, I could still smell it lingering on my clothes. I would say this is probably a good 6 to 7 hour wear fragrance before needing to reapply. It is long lasting, and you guys, this is so sensual. This is so inviting. This is rich. This has that perfect amount of citrus that isn't wham bam, just a standard citrus vanilla. This is so beautiful and so elegant and so feminine. And if you want something that is going to stand out and isn't going to be your typical boring vanilla citrus fragrance, I cannot recommend this enough. You need to get this in your collection because this is a 10 out of 10. I am blown away. I am really loving this Middle Eastern blend that is it Hayaati. Man, this is a banger, especially going into the fall season. Need. This is a need for me. Glad I have it. I probably will buy back a bottle of this. And this is how much I love this fragrance. I love it so much, you guys. The next one we're going to talk about, dang, this is a good one. Vanilla Foglia. It looks like this. It is orange, so you know I love me an orange bottle. You have notes of spice, lemon, bergamot, musk, floral notes, powdery notes, vanilla, amberette seeds, amber, tonka bean, and benzoin. You guys, this is supposed to be a dupe of Vanilla Planifolia Extrait 21 from Guerlain. Now, y'all know I ain't got close to $700 to spend on anything nowadays in this economy. Girl, shut up. That's rent. That's a car payment. Are you kidding me? 600 and something, almost 700 bucks. Pass. But this, you guys, oh my God. Now, I have not smelled the Nil Planifolia Extrait 21 from Guerlain, but I am thinking of getting the Dua fragrance version of it, and I am thinking of getting a decant of it to test all of them side by side. Let me know if y'all want that video, because if you do, I will do it. But this is so gorgeous. I wore this yesterday, sprayed it on. I like doused myself. I smelt it pretty strong this morning. Like, I could still smell it. At one point, I thought it just disappeared because I went anosmic to it. No, girl. This biatch was lingering. She was like a clinger, stage 4 clinger. She is, oh my God. I woke up and I was like, damn, I still smell it. Like, what the hell? To me, this smells like you walked into your favorite bakery in the fall time and they're starting to make all those like artisanal, like seasonal baked goods that have spices like cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, pumpkin puree. This honestly to me almost has like a kind of pumpkin spicy, almost carrot cakey sort of pastry vibe, but never going into full-on gourmand territory. It doesn't smell like a baked good, but it smells like the spices associated with the baked goods. It's like you have your mise en place in place and you have all the stuff lined up and you have decadent rich vanilla extracts sitting in the middle and all these spices surrounding it. This is sophisticated. This is sweet. This is the vanilla I didn't think I needed, but I'm glad I have, because I needed this vanilla. When I saw the bottle was orange, so that was enough for me to justify the purchase. But you guys, this is a 20 billion out of 10. I will be wearing this on Halloween as my Halloween scent. I will be wearing this on Thanksgiving, and I will be wearing this on Christmas, Christmas Eve, and New Year's. This is the fragrance I'm going to be wearing this holiday season. I can tell you that right now. This is the girl. This is her. That's how good she is. I already have plans for when I'm going to wear her, aside from almost every day, because I am addicted to her. And also, I layered her today with Mughal Fort from Lattafa, the Pride collection. And damn, what a combo, you guys. What a beautiful combo. I cannot recommend this enough. I don't know, again, what vanilla planifolia smells like, but this smells bomb, and you need it in your collection, so get it in your collection, you guys. A million out of 10. I cannot recommend enough. And yeah, you guys, that is my list for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. Sorry that this one was a little bit longer, but your girl had some thoughts, and I wanted to get them out today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.